Hello everyone, it's Mike from Chess Lifestyle, and today we're gonna just have to squeeze in a half stream because I have some chess lessons to teach, and then I've got a league match to play in, and to be honest, I feel pretty swamped with everything in life currently, but that's just how it goes. So welcome Gloin to the stream. Let's get stuck in with some tactics, because that is one thing that we don't stop training. So yeah, let's just get into some Woodpecker. I realized I forgot to put the thumbnail on this stream, and there's literally no way to add it until after the stream ends. So maybe someone can remind me at the end of the stream to go update the thumbnail. But okay, let's keep going. Intermediate exercises. Let's begin. Welcome, Faz. Let's solve some positions together. So we're on to Kramnik, our favorite guy in the world. Topalov v Kramnik, black to play, Belgrade. Objectivity consists in understanding that the only one who never makes a mistake is the one who never does anything. Yeah, I can't get my head around that quote. Only one who never makes a mistake. I don't know what point he's trying to make. Is he saying that it's a good thing not to do anything, or is he being sarcastic and saying that it's a bad thing not to do anything, and there's no point trying to play objectively because then you're just basically doing nothing in the game? I don't know. Anyway, who cares? Queen, rook, bishop, knight against queen, rook, bishop, bishop, knight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 1, 2, 3. So we've got 2 pawns for the bishop. They've got a light squared bishop difference. They've got a queen on the line of our king. Our king is in the center. Their king is extremely weak too. Pawn structure wise, we've got these 2 passed pawns, but probably very irrelevant. King safety is going to be the key. What about piece tension? There's tension way this way, this way, this way, this way. X-rays, X-ray, X-ray. Okay, so checks. We got queen c3, queen a3, a5, bishop c3. Threats, we've got rook takes c5. Sorry, captures, we've got rook takes c5, queen takes b3. All these bad captures, probably. Okay, and threats. Probably no time for a threat. Unless there's a move that also deals with like the problem I had, like maybe some knight move or something. So okay, let's begin with our checks. Queen a3, king a3. No follow-up. Queen c3, queen takes c3, bishop c3. King c3, no follow-up. Queen b3, no follow-up. a5. They're forced to take on b5. Then I've got a few different checks. a5, king takes b5. Rook takes c5. I'm looking at like a5, king b5, rook c5, king c5, bishop f8 or something. Just feels like the king's walking into too much space and the queen can't attack so quickly. Like king c6 there or something, there's just nothing. So, what about our captures? Rook c5 if king c5. Again, the king is escaping. The knight is also protecting the rook, so there's no easy queen takes. maybe knight d5 is a very big threat. If the queen were to take, then bishop c3 would be checkmate. So maybe knight d5 is just very strong. If pawn takes, we just take back and we're doing fine. Definitely looks like it's adding pressure on and threatening this bishop c3, so knight d5 does look strong. And somehow feels stronger than knight e2, because knight d5 hits the bishop as well. This feels like the better of the two moves. So what if bishop takes? Oh, I'm just realizing actually, wait, we can just start with bishop check. Because if queen takes, now we go a5. Because king takes was forced and then we just pick up the queen. I think that's probably just it. But let's just double check. Bishop c3, queen c3, a5, king b5. This is all forced. Queen takes. No checks except for takes. It's not a big deal, we just take back. So yeah, it's probably just this. That's the simplest. Nice. I was trying to make this knight d5 work though. But, of course, if we can play something forcing, it's got to be better. Yeah, look at that. Bishop takes b5. So I guess giving the king more room to run. So probably then they can take on e4. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then there's no checkmate. Yeah, so if you can do forcing, that's better. How did people do? Right, Gloin says, Kramnik meant if you do nothing, you never learn anything. Right. You never... like, sure, you can play objectively, but you don't achieve anything. Except probably a draw. Yeah, bishop c3, good job, Faz. Bishop c3, queen c3, a5. Nice. Ah, so you kept looking after e takes f7. I just said after ef7 there's just nothing. So let's have a look at this. Bishop c3, queen c3, a5, takes, pawn takes. I did see at least that. And I just said there's nothing here. But bishop c4? Ah, it's scary because if the king moves to this square, maybe there's some bishop e5. Which means that king e8 is the only move. And that's actually kind of important to see, and also spot that there's no like rook e1 follow-up. Oh my god. I forget on chessboard you can't cancel the arrows by drawing over it. Yeah. So there's no rook e1, so the black king is just safe. And you're up significant material. Queen for 2 pieces, and their king is still weak. I suppose we run the king the other way, yes. I presume king e8 is running in the other way. Okay, nice. Let's do another one. Okay, queen knight, 6 pawns against queen bishop, 6 pawns. Queen and knight, there's always mate. I mean, knight's looking fantastic on f5. Queen can come in via h6. Our king and queen are on dark squares. Their queen is covering the back rank, protecting f7. In terms of loose pieces, only the e4 pawn, the queen on d2, pawn on a6 are loose. Okay, so candidates, we have no checks. Captures, we have no captures. Threats, we got queen h6. Queen g5 is a threat even though it loses the queen. Maybe knight d6 is a threat, but doesn't look great. Okay, so let's calculate queen h6. Queen h6. We are literally threatening queen g7, so they need to play queen g8 only move. I'm pretty sure. Yep, no counter check. So queen h6, queen g8. wonder if f4 is strong. f4, if they move the bishop off the line, because they don't have bishop d4 due to knight takes d4. I guess queen h6, queen g8, f4, there's bishop takes b2. So they can keep protecting f6. It's quite annoying. Queen h6, queen g8. What else can be tried? To be fair, after queen h6, queen g8, f4, bishop takes b2, we've got e5. Does look very annoying for them to deal with. I guess on e5, they could play queen g6, queen f8 check, queen g8. Don't exactly see the win. So what are my other candidates? Queen g5, just pawn g5. I guess f4 at the start. The queen isn't on h6 yet, so it's kind of annoying that we get blocked. Like f4, just bishop c7 or something. Looks okay. Knight d6, just bishop takes, I presume. Queen takes. Maybe a move like queen e6. No, but then there's queen f8. So knight d6. I guess they can also play queen d7. Should be okay. Maybe we're even losing the knight there. So queen h6, queen g8. f4, bishop takes b2. e5, queen g6, queen f8, queen g8. It's actually so hard to calculate. When your brain doesn't want to calculate, it's so hard to calculate. I don't know how to describe it. Come on, think. Now looking at like some stupid lines like queen h6, queen g8, knight e7. And if queen g7, then queen back to d2, threatening queen d8. And I guess there they can go back queen f8. Don't think there's a follow-up there. What about queen h6, queen g8, f4, bishop takes b2, knight e7? If queen g7, maybe now queen d2 because it hits the bishop as well. Oh, that's nice. So then probably queen f8 anyway because that attacks our knight. We take that bishop, they take our knight, and we're probably lost. Queen h6, queen g8. f4, bishop takes... Oh, there's no queen d2 anyway because we've got a pawn on f4. Forgot. Running out of time as well. Hold on. If queen h6, queen g8, f4, bishop takes b2, e5, queen g6, queen's hit. Oh, I swear to God, if it's a simple answer, I'm gonna flip my laptop. Just can't see shit. I guess knight d6 should have been considered as well. Doesn't feel like it does too much. Time's running out as well. I really don't know. Guess we've got to try it. Apparently this is correct. I have no idea why. f4, bishop takes b2. e5, queen g6. Queen f8, queen g8. Oh, maybe queen b4 at the end? Maybe queen b4. They could spend a move attacking my knight, but let's assume they just move bishop c1. Oh, I've got so much brain fog. I haven't even scored any reels today. It's just like, it's just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Lack of brain cells. I don't know what it is. Just can't see shit. that whole line good enough? So in this position, it's equal, right? We go f4, bishop takes b2, we're down a pawn. e5, queen g6, queen f8, queen g8, queen b4, bishop c1, and e takes f6. Oh, and actually, after bishop c1, because there's a pawn on f4, we just go queen c3. And I think the bishop is trapped. They can try throw in a move to like counterattack our knight. Maybe like queen g6. This is the line I'm looking at, guys. I'm looking at f4, bishop takes b2, e5, queen g6, queen f8, queen g8, bishop b4, bishop c3, bishop c1. Queen, maybe taking on f6 is just fine there, but queen c3, trying to win the bishop, can be met by queen back to g6. And if you were to try and just move the knight and go to a safe square like knight h4, then there's queen b1 at the end of this line, protecting their bishop. I don't know. f4 is my only idea. And then e5. Because knight e7 is the only other idea, but then just queen g7. So e5 is the only move that makes sense. So this is indeed the line I was looking at. At least there's that much. Queen f8 is surely forced. No other move makes sense. And now my idea was queen b4. Queen e4 with either the idea of the bishop c1 to take on f6 or to try and trap the bishop with queen c3. But queen c3 versus queen g6. Oh man, my brain. There's no reason for it not to be working. It just doesn't work. At least we know that I have a repertoire now capable of just drawing pretty much anyone that I'm going to play. So if it's really bad, I can just kill the game. Just be done with this shit. The problem is probably today in my league match I'm playing like a 1900 or something, so a draw is not really acceptable. Also, I'm just realizing now, actually, queen b4, bishop c1, queen c3, there's bishop takes f4 because the g3 pawn is pinned. So maybe that whole thing doesn't work. So maybe it's just queen b4, bishop c1, pawn takes f6. And we just say we're better. They still have bishop takes f4. Lord knows, what is this? What am I missing here? Don't know anymore. Queen b4, bishop c1. Unless it's some disgusting move like king f2 or something. To like keep the bishop trapped, but it just feels so slow. But like 2 puzzles in, I'm completely done. Just retire. I'm actually done. What about queen e7 actually? Then we're threatening queen f6. So queen e7, pawn takes e5 and queen f6. So queen e7, how do they defend? Maybe it's just queen e7, that's such a nice move. It's really difficult for me to see it for some reason. Queen e7. if queen back to g6, do we now have something nice? Back to g6. Maybe queen e7, queen g6, knight d6? With threats of knight takes f7. Looks promising, but is it concretely winning? Queen e7 definitely looks good. Queen e7, queen g6 forced. Oh, then we go queen d8. And when they block queen g8, then we go queen takes f6, queen g7, queen g7 mate. Ah, it's just queen e7. Okay, so queen e7, there's no other defense. I don't know why that was so hard to see. It's just such a little sneaky move. Just works out. Beautiful. Ah, I don't know why. That took me so long. Oh my god. How quickly did you guys find that in chat? I'm sure people are faster, much faster. This was rough for me. Chess Traveler Japan threatens f4 takes. What are you talking about, Faz? Oh yeah, this. Oh right. Queen h6, f4, e5 threatens queen f6. Yeah, Jenny is saying like f4, bishop c7, queen d4 from the start. Queen e6, queen c5. Actually, yeah, I don't think I looked that deep at this f4 move. Bishop c7, queen d4. If queen e6, then queen c5. Oh, did you see that yet, Jenny? Oh, queen c5 is not a move you want to play. Oh boy. But yeah, any other move seems to be okay. They're just not as strong as this queen h6. Queen h6. Queen g8, f4, bishop takes b2, e5, queen g6, queen f8, queen g8. Right, so I don't think queen d6 Faz, but queen e7, right? Because queen e7 comes with more of a threat. So I'm glad people didn't see this easily. Yeah, checked the f4 move. Why has Woodpecker become a calculation book? I mean, it all depends on the level you're at, right? Apparently this is pattern recognition for some people. How do you kill the game when playing for black? I know 1c3 is the most dead thing ever, but what about black? For the record, Yevgeny, in our game, the 5-0 game we played recently, I actually had a chance to push. I missed the chance to play c4 and basically open up the position. Your king was on f6 and it was like plus 0.6, plus 0.7. So it's not completely dead. Like, I missed this one chance to put you under some pressure. But for black, I guess it's just kind of the style in which you play. You can kind of like aim to maybe neutralize their play more than like, I don't know, being ambitious with your ideas. But of course it's harder to do. Like if white is really trying to go at your throat, then it's very difficult. But most white players aren't doing that as well. I think queen d6 and queen e7 are the same. Let's have a look. Queen h6, queen g8. This actually caused me real pain to have to try and solve this. Queen g6, queen f8, queen g8, queen e7. Okay, queen d6 also wins, yeah. Oh, because it also hits the pawn. For some reason I thought that only on e7 was it hitting the pawn. Like the e5 pawn was somehow blocking this, but obviously it doesn't. Yeah. So queen d6 does work. Nice. But gave knight e7 as an extra option. That's why my intuition called for it. Very nice. Yeah, could be the case. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why queen e7. Maybe this looks more like it's attacking the pawn than from here. I don't know. Just bad brain. But okay, we at least got the answer. That was tough. Probably I should leave for my lesson, but let's try and squeeze in one final one. Let's be super quick. Okay, queen, rook, bishop, 1, 3, 5, 6. Queen, rook, bishop, knight, bishop. So they've got knight and bishop for a rook. We both have dark squared bishop. We've got this super strong pawn on d6. Passed on a2. Oh, we've also got way more pawns. We've got 6 pawns against 3 pawns. So we've got 3 pawns and a rook for 2 pieces. Just having a look at the piece tension. Any x-rays? We've got an x-ray to our king. So maybe bishop takes h3 kind of ideas come up. Loose pieces. Queen on c6. Okay. So, no checks in the position. Captures, yes, we've got bishop takes f6. Threats. I have no idea. So that was a brilliant use of thinking. I guess queen d4 threatens the knight. Rook e6 might do the same. There's no g4. They've got a potential check on g2, which is probably terrible. So okay, let's start with our captures. So bishop f6. If bishop f6, maybe we've got rook e7. If bishop takes e7, maybe rook takes e7. Still doesn't seem that clear. So what about queen d4, threatening to win the knight? I feel like the knight can even just move. Even like knight g4 or something. Hits our queen, hits the rook. There's also ideas to try and push the passed pawn. I mean, bishop f6, rook e7, bishop e7. Could try pushing further, but even just rook e8. I'm really trying to look at like more candidate moves, just moves that don't make any sense, but like maybe once I move the piece in my mind, then it makes some sense. Even doing that, I don't see shit. Like, you'd think assessing all those factors in the starting position would be enough to then identify what opportunities you have in the position. What was wrong with queen d4 again? The knight just moves, like knight g4. It has to be bad. This is right, I actually have to leave for my chess lesson soon. Even thinking of a move like king h2 just so that we can try and push g4 or something. I'm so out of ideas. Okay, I don't think I'm finding it, so I want to use this time to make a quick rant about my games at the weekend in 4CL. So I got a draw against 2150 and a win against 2100, so it all sounds very good. But in reality, the draw against 2150, I was trying to play super ambitiously, and something very funny happened. Basically, I got to a winning position, it was plus 13, I needed to finesse the attack, and obviously I didn't find the win, right? I didn't find the win. When I went to analyze the game with a team, and there are two 2200s in my team, we analyze it, and the answer we think we come to, which wins, it turns out it actually loses. So if I was a bit stronger, I would have played a move that would have lost the game. Because probably once the position arises, my opponent would have found the defense, right? So to actually find the win in that position, I have to be so goated to get that right and actually win the game. And even being a little bit weaker would have potentially lost me the game. And because I'm even weaker, it just so happens that I just bailed out to an endgame that I thought I was slightly better, and that's actually slightly worse, and then I had to survive and hold the draw. But it's just so difficult. And then my game on Sunday, which I won, I was playing a 2100, and because he's 2100, he pushed against me, and then that's when I was able to strike in a much more easier way because he was actually pushing, and then I managed to turn the tables and win. Right? I was basically playing reverse Seafood Venom. So it's just like the results do not check up to like the ambition of how you play unless you have the skills to follow it up. And having said that, I will still try and play more ambitiously, especially against lower rated players. Like playing ambitiously against the 2150, I mean, it was a bit insane of me. But I mean, against lower rated players, then I should do that, and I should beat them tactically. But like shit like this, I could get to this position, I'd never win it. It's the only move that makes any sense, but I still don't see the follow-up. I guess rook e7, bishop e7, rook e7, king h6 is now queen d4. Rook g8. Just down a bishop there. If d7 and bishop takes d7... such a. Alright, let's. Oh shit, I've got 2 minutes. Okay, really lock in. Rook e7, bishop e7, rook e7, king h6. So really nothing there. Queen d4, rook g8. Maybe now pawn d7? Yeah, maybe now pawn d7. And how do they stop the threat of d8 equals queen? If they give up their bishop, then we have a winning pawn endgame because we've got an extra 2 pawns. I guess that must be it. Maybe I should just trust... Oh, okay, so they didn't take. They just went king h6 immediately. Probably pawn push to d7 anyway, and if bishop takes, rook takes, it's just a transposition. Well, not quite. But I should have time for queen d4. I think let's try it. Rook f7. It's always this bloody rook f7. I missed a rook f7 in a league match, which would have won me the game. It's so unnatural to chuck the rook further into the position, but it's a threat. I should consider it with more time. Right, and you're just threatening to double on the 7th. If they go bishop d8, then probably queen d4. Yeah, it's just such a disruptive move, and I just don't see rook f7. Never am seeing rook f7. Probably queen d4. They take, I give mate. So queen d4, rook g8. I really need to go. Oh, God knows. Actually, Lord knows. Lord knows. Queen d4, rook g8, rook e7 is my idea. Rook g8, queen a7. Like, oh my god, how am I seeing this shit? It's just so difficult. Yeah, of course there's some mating there. Well, guys, you understand my rant. This was very, very tough. I realized that there's a lot of answers in chat, but hopefully, you can go back to the stream, set up the position. I've got a lesson to teach. I am 1 minute late already, so I will have to leave. But hope you guys got something out of this workout. I mean, even though I'm still very washed, I feel like, every time I do this, I get fractionally better, so that's what matters. So thanks for tuning in. See you, I guess, on Friday. Bye.